My name is Jeff Newmark. I'm the instructor for the Kyoto program. We started the Kyoto program in 2013 as an opportunity for students to experience life in Japan and learn about its culture, its history, and some of the language too.
My name is Lisa Hillman. My major is East Asian Languages and Culture. I signed up for the Kyoto program because of my interest in Japan and how it relates to my degree especially.
My name is Jacob Guimond. I joined the Kyoto program because I thought it would be fun, and it was.
Yeah, my name is Simba and I'm in theater program. I really like Japanese culture. When I was young, I read Japanese manga, and as time goes by, I started interested about Japanese history and the way they're dressing and a lot of stuff like that. So that's why I went to the Japanese exchange program.
We chose Doshisha University to run our program in for a few reasons. First of all, the University of Winnipeg's sister school is Doshisha University. And for a number of years, we've had an exchange program where Doshisha sent their students here to learn English and take courses with our regular faculty. But secondly, Doshisha University is also in the center of Kyoto, which is the cultural capital of Japan, and has been for the last 1100 years or so. So Kyoto offers a number of places for students to see, a number of cultural, historical, as well as contemporary sites of interest. There are 3,000 temples and shrines in Kyoto, so if you live there for 5 years and visit a new place every day, you can only scratch the surface of what Kyoto is, and we try to share that experience, or some of that experience, with our students.
My favorite site visit would be Ginkakuji, the Silver Pavilion. It was so beautiful. I just loved it there. And going on the Philosopher's Walk after that it just stuck out to me for some reason. It was so beautiful. I really loved it there. That was definitely my favorite, for sure.
My favorite site visit is Nishikin and Shijo, because I feel like that is kind of old-style Japanese market is still preserved very well there. We have all kind of Japanese food, and the street in Nishikin is narrow, but I enjoy moving in the crowd and to taste all kinds of food.
I think my favorite was Fushimi Inari. I went up the side path, not the main path at first, and I think that really enhanced my experience there, because it felt kind of untouched. There was no crowds, it was very peaceful, and it was a nice hike up the mountain.
The Kyoto Field School is integral to our students' experiences at the university. It offers them a chance to learn about the contact culture, about Japan, or when we hold it in Shanghai or Korea, learn about those target cultures firsthand in a way that they will never experience here in the University of Winnipeg classroom. A number of the students are learning Japanese, and being in Japan, they can walk to any store, to any museum, any restaurant, and interact with native Japanese speakers, learn some of the customs firsthand without being kind of restricted in the classroom itself. If their interests lie in history or culture, then just going through the streets, going to any of these temples, looking at some of the services, sitting through prayers, eating some of the temple food, all these things combined contribute to a meaningful experience.
The experiential learning, I think, the most important part of it for me, I think, was it introduced me a lot to a new culture and a different way of life. And I think that's a very useful experience.
In this program, Mark Sensei took us to different places, and they want us to think about those places, and we have to keep journal and think about these places, and to make us into a habit to conclude the experience we had before. So I think it really helps me at learning or some study.
I think it's made me more eager to pursue my degree. Sometimes you kind of feel like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm in the right area of study, maybe I want to do something else, but after going to Japan and really experiencing life there, I want to do this for sure. Like it's made me so excited to go into more Asian classes and keep studying Japanese language, so I'm really excited to pursue my degree.
Doshisha University has housed a number of similar summer study abroad programs from universities like Harvard, Arizona, Tulane, New Orleans. Yet our program, the University of Winnipeg's program, brings to them the largest number of students of any of these universities. And part of it is because of the history between the two universities, between Doshisha and the University of Winnipeg, that students have encountered. They've met, they've socialized with English language program students from Doshisha, and they've learned much about Kyoto and Doshisha, not only from our classes, but from those interactions with the students too. It's a popular destination for our students, not only to learn more about Japan and Japanese, but to strengthen these ties, these friendships that they've made before they've been over there. And Doshisha University has been very helpful, very supportive of our programs, and is really impressed, at least at every moment we've talked to them, they're really impressed with the size and enthusiasm that our students bring.
My favorite activity would be going to see different places with some of the Japanese friends that I made while I was out there. We went to a few cafes, we went to karaoke a few times, so that was really my favorite part outside of the regular course.
Hands down karaoke. Yeah, I went quite a few times with my friends and a few of the students at Doshisha as well. And, it was always really fun. So.
The favorite thing I did in Kyoto is to go out to explore with my friends. It's like in the morning we just jogging down that river, and like we enjoy, like we can see a lot of like views and local Japanese people fishing there, and also they're walking around and they do like morning exercises. I enjoy like jogging in the morning.
The university and our program work together to make this program as accessible as possible, and there's been continued and strong support from the administration to help students realize their dreams to go to Kyoto.
I would definitely recommend going to this program, absolutely. It's just such an amazing experience. For some people, maybe they won't go to Japan otherwise, so this is a really great opportunity to go. For others who do want to go to Japan, it's such a great way to know where to go. Sometimes you might miss certain aspects of some of the sites that we went to, and knowing some of that before going, like what we learned in the classrooms, that was really interesting, and it made me appreciate the site a little bit more instead of like, oh, I don't know what this is. Now I do know, and it's really changed my perspective on it, so it's definitely worth it.
Well, of course, I definitely encourage people to join this program. It's really fun, and it's enjoy like to experience totally different culture in Japan, and I will recommend them to exercise more in Winnipeg and before you go to Japan, because you have a lot of day walking there in Japan.
The advice I would give to someone that wanted to join the Kyoto program would be that well, it's a very beautiful city, and there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of new people to meet, and it's a really enriching experience for my education.
For advice, bring an umbrella. It rains a lot there. When we were there, it rained a lot. But don't be afraid to try something different. That's the biggest advice for sure. Like, try things. Try something new.